Hello everyone, my name is Kelly Pollock and I am your Pampered Chef Consultant. And greetings from Kelly's Galley. That's a little bit of my backstory, is that I'm a retired law enforcement officer, as is my husband. And about a year ago we sold our house and moved full-time onto, well, pretty much full-time onto our boat. And in my downtime of coming back to New Jersey for the summer, one of my friends became a Pampered Chef Consultant and she asked me to host. So that was about 6 weeks ago or so. And I was like, sure, absolutely. I love Pampered Chef. So I started thinking about all the products that I've had in my kitchen, now galley. Took a bunch of it on the boat with me since, upwards of 10, 20 years. And then I traced back my first Pampered Chef party to 1997. So I absolutely love the product. Can't say enough great things about it. So when I was about to host, she mentioned to me, you'd probably be a very good consultant. And I figured, what the heck? I had some downtime this summer, so I've been doing this again at this point about a month and a half. And I'm loving it, and sharing the product is easy for me. If you've never tried it, I'm going to show you some of my favorites. If you have, certainly comment on the products that you have and you love. So the first thing I want to start with is the Measure All cup. What's great about it, especially now that I'm living on a boat, is that it's a 2-for-1. So you have the dry measurement on this side. So let's say you're doing a cup of flour, put it in, fill it up. You could use something like our skinny scraper to level it off, and then you just can dump it in. Or if you're doing something a little gooey like peanut butter or honey, you set the measurement, fill it, and then this kind of acts as a plunger when you're pushing it into your bowl, which is great because it scrapes almost all the sides off. And then if you're doing a liquid measurement, you follow the blue there, as in water and liquid, and there's a spout, and it's up to 2 cups. Love this. This has definitely been in my kitchen since 1997. They have a newer one now. It's like the mini Measure All, and that's a 1 cup measurement. Same principle. You use the plunger, and there's also suction involved, so there we go. Same thing, adjust, pour. It's great. So in the category of measurements and stuff, something I just recently got, it was in my starter kit and I had never tried them before, and especially on the boat as a space saver, is the adjustable measuring spoons. This is the tablespoon, this is the teaspoon, and you only need to have 2 in your drawer, and you adjust to the different size that you need. So that's a great item. The first few things I'm showing are definitely, they're like 25 and under. And then I'll get into a few other things. So this is the garlic press. People swear by it. You put in the whole clove of garlic, peel and all, press it through, garlic comes through. It has this neat little apparatus built into the handle. As the garlic's there, you use the flat side to scrape it off, and then this side with the little bristles helps clean it out, and then you're left with just the peel inside. Very easy. Then we have the mix and chop, which originally I bought mine for the purpose of, the main purpose of it. If you're making chopped meat, Taco Tuesday, beef, turkey, as you have it in the pan, you can just help chop up the meat and break it apart. But I also found out there's at least 7 or 8 other uses for this, like breaking up concentrated orange juice. You can mix eggs up with it. There's a lot of different functions, which I never knew about. The ice cream scoop is a great go-to. For whatever reason, however it's designed, it goes through ice cream so easily. I've never had any issues getting through even the most frozen of ice cream. I love the basting brush because I used to use the one with real bristles, and I always found it never got really clean. And we get that dark line along here. So this is silicone. So it even has a little thing that can rest on the side of a bowl, which I'll show you. That'll segue into the batter bowl that we have. This is the classic size. There's also a small one. It's 8 cups. It has the measurements on the side. And again, if you're doing something with basting, see how that fits in there. And it comes with a lid. So if you're making something like a big batch of pancakes for the family and you want to save the batter, you put the lid on, it can go right in the fridge. And not with the lid, but you can actually bake in this. Back in the day, they used to promote that you could make a Barbie cake, where you make the cake, turn it upside down. It can be a big ball gown skirt for Barbie. And we have too the slice and serve, which is one of my favorites. Always comes out at the holidays when you're serving cake or pie. Obviously it acts as a regular server, but they added a serrated edge and you can cut and then serve. And anything with a blade in Pampered Chef comes with a sleeve or some sort of protective apparatus. So like for example, the salad chopper, it's closed and you release the lever and then it opens up. So obviously salad chopping, perfect for. But one of the other things I use it for is when I have chicken salad. I don't really love my chicken to be shredded in chicken salad. So if I have a cooked chicken breast, I just go right in the bowl and use this and it chunks it up. Love that for that purpose. We also have spatulas, which obviously the standard large spatula works great. Multiple things you can use it for, but I love too the mini spatula. The one that's metal is $9, but they also have nylon ones, and they are $6. They have black and a teal, which teal I guess works well to find it in your drawer. But this is perfect for if you have that little corner brownie in the full pan or sheet of lasagna, getting that first piece out in the corner. It's awesome for that. They have also a fun device now called the ceramic egg cooker. I actually earned this as one of my first things in my sales because I've been doing pretty well with this. So this comes with a vent hole, it's ceramic, but it does have this safety attachment on the side. I guess it's rubber of some sort or silicone. So when you take it out of the microwave, it's not hot on your hand and you can take it to go if you want. Basically, you can put 2 eggs in, scramble them up with a fork, or you can even cover the hole, shake it, cook them for about 2 minutes, and you get a little egg muffin. I threw veggies in mine, the one I made it, maybe some cheese. You can make oatmeal in here. You can make little personalized size chocolate lava cake. Posted some recipes about that in the past and I can share them. We also have here's our simple spreader. It's got a straight side and a serrated side. Great for things like cream cheese, or if you're making a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, it comes in very handy. One of the other things that people swear by, I just got mine, I just haven't had a chance to use it yet, and I will report back when I do, is their smooth edge can opener. And the great thing is it's right-handed, which I am, but also left-handed. And what it does is as it's cutting the edge, it creates a smooth side so that there's no fear of you cutting your hand on the can, which is a very nice feature. We also have prep bowls. Now this is the 1 cup prep bowl. This is one of the few breakable things that I brought on the boat when we moved on because I love them so much. They come in handy for prepping things like recipes, and they also come with lids. And the 1 cup comes in a set of 6, and there's also 2 cup ones now and 3 cup, and they come in sets of 2. In my starter kit, I also got these new prep bowls. They're silicone. They come in a set of 3 with 3 lids. And the third one I actually have to demonstrate another item, which I will jump ahead to. This is our food chopper. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do food chopper now. I'll get back to that because this is what, for my manual food processor, I'm gonna use the apples. So we'll rewind back. I'll finish up the last 25 and under items and then we'll get to the chopping. So here is our pizza cutter. I have one of the older versions. The new one has an extra thing that sticks out that works to get through that end piece of the crust. And but pizza cutters can be used for lots of things, cutting quesadillas, cutting up stacks of pancakes, all kinds of fun things. This is the crinkle cutter, which is very fun to cut up like cucumber slices, potatoes. It makes the ridge in them. And the newer version is rounded, so when you're cutting, for example, which I'm not going to cut anything right now with this, I have a few other things to show you, but here is our cutting mat. It comes in a set of 3, but if you were cutting a cucumber, the new one has rounded edges because basically you're just going like this. And again, I know people that swear by that. And while we are tilted, I will segue into our food chopper. Now my food chopper is the one of the original ones, so the new one is nicer and fancier, but what I wanted to show is that it comes apart, so it's easy to go in the dishwasher. And one of the things that makes ours different is when you're plunging with each plunge, it rotates, so that helps get yourself a good chop. And the blades and the whole device is guaranteed for 5 years, but I have a friend asked me recently how long the blades last and how long they stay sharp, and I've had this at least 15 to 20 years and I've never sharpened it. And this is how we do carrots. Now you could also, just so you know, I try to do little things in the lid. Kind of keeps everything together, but you can certainly do it right on your cutting mat. But I like to keep it here, so I'm just going to show you carrots, and this is very good at getting your aggressions out. So there you go. That's how, if you're making soup and you want to put up chopped up carrots, I know I do celery for my stuffing. You can do nuts for banana nut bread, and then there everything's right in the base. So I love that. This is $40. Then I'm going to go back to what I referenced before, our manual food processor. And again, because it has a blade, it has a safety feature. And what's nice about this is that regular food processors are usually bigger and bulkier and you have to plug them in. This is what it says, it's manual. So this is the blade, goes in. And if you're making something, I'll put up a video on my VIP page I can forward a video though, that you can make guacamole. But for now, what I want to show you is I make a thing called fruit salsa, which I'm not going to make the whole thing now, but the first part of it is chopping up apples. So if you're going to make anything that has some crunch, like onions or jalapeno, that needs a little more chopping than something like in guacamole, you do the onions and jalapeno first, and then you'd add in the avocado because that's smoother. So I put in the apples, and then what you do, you just use your own pressure. So I want the apples chopped up. So as you can see, they're starting to get chopped. I'll do that a few more times. And then I would, for the fruit salsa I'm going to make, I would add in the other ingredients. And what comes in handy is we have a mini skinny scraper, and that works really well to smooth down the sides. And then when your recipe is done, another great feature is you take out the blade, and it comes with a lid. So I don't even know if I would have ordered this on my own, but it came in my starter kit and I love it. I've been using it a lot, and it's something that, again, I don't know if I would have thought to get it, and I love it. So this right here is called our quick slice, and for the example I'm going to give, it's great for obviously slicing up things. You can do mushrooms, I'm going to do peppers, do potatoes, but it has it comes to a point here with the blades, so that makes it easier when you're doing stuff. So like my granddaughter loves cut up red peppers, so basically you just go down, you press through. I just have to make sure everything's lined up, and you go through, and there you go, pepper slices. So love that. That's $40. And we also have, with slicing, our simple slicer, which other people call a mandolin, I guess. This is good for if you have a barbecue and you have tomatoes and onion slices that you want. You can adjust the thickness here. And that too, I believe, is $40. Another thing I wanted to mention too, I don't really love onions, but with the food chopper, people swear by it to chop up onions if you just need onions in that, because you don't really have to get your hands dirty. So another thing we have here is, I'm going to tilt the camera back up now, is the scoop and drain. And this is great for things like we make pierogies in our house. We usually boil them first and then we saute them in a pan. So you can scoop them out and put them right in the pan. It eliminates having to dump the whole pot into the colander. So loving that. So speaking of pans, what I earned as a new consultant in my sales, another thing I earned was one of the non-stick fry pans. This is the 8-inch, and their non-stick coating is, well, the pans are guaranteed for life, but the coating is 4 layers of whatever they came up with, that it's so durable you can actually use metal on it. And what's great that I love, especially on the boat for space purposes, the handles come off. So you put it on, and then the handle's on, very sturdy, dishwasher safe. You can put it in the dishwasher separately, in your cabinet separately, and then you just put the handle back on. It's been great as a non-stick pan, love that. And then one of the other things I earned was the stainless steel frying pan, and this has been amazing. I made a stir fry in it, and whatever was left, I had it sitting for like 20 minutes, and I came back in. We were eating outside, and I had a piece of whatever container to put it in, and I just tilted it, and everything slid right off. It was great. So, and one of the last smaller things I wanted to talk about was their knife choices. You have a coated knife set. You can buy them individually or as a set. This is the utility knife that came with my starter kit, and it's been great. It's a great go-to knife. I use it on the chopping pad, and the blade's been awesome, and I believe this is $16. But on the higher end is their forged cutlery, which I earned the full set and knife block again for my sales, and I think I earned it in my first 3 or 4 weeks. I hit 5,000 in sales. So I haven't got my knife block yet, so I haven't put them away, but this is the Santoku knife, and I just love their knives, and they're guaranteed for life. And you can tell that it's good because the blade goes all the way through into the handle. Nothing's gonna break apart, and again, lifetime guarantee. So I can't say enough great things about their knives. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, clear a little space here, is they have several bigger electric devices in Pampered Chef now. The one that I have currently right here, I'll show you, is the quick cooker, which is their pressure cooker. Now, if you have the other one that's very popular outside of Pampered Chef, the initials are IP, this one is very comparable. I actually think it's a little bit better because safety-wise, the steam release on the other one, you have to like get near it, so they always tell you to use like a wooden spoon or something. It's actually separate here, so you don't have to put your fingers near it. And the handles are on the bottom. I like that. Otherwise, it's very similar. I am in love with my quick cooker. I was scared of it in the beginning, and when I finally decided to delve into it, started with hard-boiled eggs and went from there. I make perfect rice. I make a chicken tortilla soup, stew, pulled pork, homemade mac and cheese. Great thing too, if you're making a meal, you can actually put frozen meat in it, which people love that feature if you forgot to take stuff out for dinner. So if you're interested in the quick cooker, I'll tell you that we have a good special coming up in the month of August where if you host a party, all you need to do is get to $200 in sales, and you can get that for 60% off. Or one of our other 2 items, we have the deluxe cooking blender, which that I'm just pressed for space, so I haven't gotten that, but my friend has it and loves it. And for example, if you're going to make like butternut squash soup, you can put all the chunks of the ingredients in the blender, turn it on, and not only does it blend, it will also cook it. So that's great. And I am waiting on the air fryer. The deluxe air fryer is such a coveted thing that you can only get it as a host. And again, for August, if you have a party, you have to qualify with $650 in sales, but you can get that for 60% off. And it does so much more than air fry. It's a rotisserie. It can dehydrate. I'm checking to see if I'm going to be able to completely replace my toaster oven because we don't have an oven on the boat. So where you can do so much, you can roast in it, you can broil, so in addition to air frying. So I'm so excited to get that. So these are the basics of my must-haves, and if you're interested in anything, certainly reach out to me. I have my own personal page, again through social media, called Kelly's Galley, but also if you're watching this because it got forwarded to you via email, I'm sure there's a link to order. So, or you can look up my name, it's Kelly Pollack, and that's P-O-L-A-C-K as a consultant, and you can contact me, and I'll help you place your order. Thank you very much. Take care.